how could, to a significant extent, important government advisors and officials have concluded that the Secretary of State for Health, in the maw of this public health crisis, in the maw of the beast, was a liar?
Well, I was not. You will note that there's no evidence from anybody who I worked with in the department or the health system who supported that, those false allegations. The culture of the Cabinet Office is to be sceptical of the operation of departments, partly to hold them to account. I think that the toxic culture that you've seen at the centre of government, that's been subject of much discussion, was unhelpful in assuming that when anything was difficult or a challenge, therefore there was somehow fault and blame. That is a part of the toxic culture that we've seen.
Do you reject the notion that in your dealings with your colleagues, in terms of the impression that you gave, you were overconfident in presenting the undoubtedly extraordinarily difficult issues that your department faced?
And I can understand how some people will have interpreted the way that I now know that they did, although I didn't know this at the time because nobody raised any of these issues with me at the time. I can see how, my sense of needing to keep driving the system forward might have had this impact on some people, who, especially those who were more sceptical of the need of the government to act.
Telling the Prime Minister of this country for the first time that he had to call an immediate lockdown is surely worthy of some recollection, is it not?
I didn't have full access to my papers for writing of that, and this came to light in researching the papers ahead of this inquiry. This is, after all, the formal public inquiry.
Your book says the account that follows has been meticulously pieced together from my formal papers, notes, voice memos, my communications, WhatsApps, we know from the press, and it records in 555 pages all the relevant, important events as you saw it concerning the coronavirus response. But there is no reference to you telling the Prime Minister to call for an immediate lockdown on the 13th of March.
I've had the chance to check because you questioned the phone call I made to the Prime Minister. It was at 3:34 that afternoon. I've been at 3:24. I've been able to check my phone records, which have come to light since. Hold on.
No, Mr. Hancock. You know perfectly well that we have scoured every possible source for documents and material relevant to the issues in this inquiry. Are you saying that you have a record of a phone call which you've not disclosed to this inquiry?
No, there isn't. There's only a record that the phone call took place.
So you don't know what you said in that phone call?
I do.
All right.